Joining me now is North Carolina Republican Congressman Chuck Edwards. Good morning, Mr. Edwards. Do you expect more strikes to come?
Good morning. It's good to be with you this morning. The president hasn't shared with us what his plans are. I'm hoping that the strikes that have taken place in the last several hours will have been enough to send the message to the world loud and clear that America will defend its people. And I applaud that we are showing peace through strength.
What happens if the Islamic State retaliates?
I'm sure that the president would retaliate at least again in kind. We clearly have to make a statement to the world that we intend to protect Americans at home and abroad.
President Trump was just in your state yesterday talking about the issue of affordability. Switching gears a little, let's take a listen.
Under Sleepy Joe Biden, car prices, gasoline prices, hotel rates, airfare, and more went up 30 to 75%. Now they're all coming down. We're all coming down. Take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful to look? The same is true with groceries. Everything now is falling, and the only things that are going up are your salaries, the stock market, and your 401ks.
Congressman, the president said grocery prices are down, but milk is up more than 15 cents a gallon in North Carolina compared to last year. Ground beef is up $2 a pound from last year in your state. So what do you say to your constituents who are hearing the president's message but are really feeling that pain at the supermarket?
I think we all are extremely concerned about the price of everything starting 4 years ago. I also believe, I take great confidence in knowing that many of the actions that the president has taken, many of the actions that Congress has taken, are ultimately going to lower prices. We're seeing that already. We saw an inflationary index reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics just a couple of days ago. That inflation is less than economists expected. We know that gas prices are the lowest that they've been in years right now, which are typically a leading indicator of things to come. Those have not yet fully had time to filter through our economic system. Not to mention the fact that many of the tax advantages that we gave folks last year in H.R. 1 haven't had the opportunity to take effect yet and will not until folks begin to file their tax returns later this spring.
How do Republicans like yourself and the president plan to make things more affordable? And are there long-term solutions for Americans?
Well, clearly the long-term solution is to get government out of the way, to reduce the regulations that are helping drive prices up in everything that we buy, from fuel to dishwashers to hot water heaters to homes. And we did not get to this point of inflationary problems overnight. We're not going to get out of it overnight, but we certainly are taking steps to lower prices. When you look at regulations, for example, the previous administration had put about $2 trillion in regulatory impact on the backs of businesses, which ultimately get passed to consumers. We have vigorously been working to roll those regulations back, and it takes a little time for that to work its way through the economy to the point that we see it when we actually walk in to the grocery store and the hardware store.
So the president is blaming the Democrats. Meanwhile, Democrats are blaming high costs on the president. Listen to this.
The facts are, Americans are telling a lot different story than Trump's own self-grade. He promised he'd bring costs down on day one. That was his number one promise. That was the number one reason he won the election. And costs are going up and up and up.
What are your thoughts? What is your response to Minority Leader Schumer?
Well, just like I said, we did not get into this problem overnight. We're not going to work our way out of it overnight. It takes a long thoughtful process. I will say that from day one, President Trump did keep his promise and started rolling back regulations. In the short time he's been in office, he's passed over 300 executive orders, many of which will help us ultimately lower costs. We lowered taxes for Americans. We just this week took some very significant actions to lower healthcare costs. It takes a little while for that to fully work its way through the economy. So my message to folks is we hear you loud and clear. Many of us are experiencing the same pain, but there are signs that inflation is easing and more help is on the way.
Let's hope so. Republican Congressman Edwards, thank you so much for joining us. Have a nice holiday.
You too. Thanks so much.
Thank you.